So the anticipation for a Nintendo Direct, I think right now is at an all-time high, mostly because it's been over half a year since a Direct has taken place back in September. And here we are, almost the midpoint of March, and there's still nothing. Keep in mind, that Animal Crossing is the next dated Nintendo game that we know of, and that's in 10 days. After that, we don't know about when anything comes out first party for Nintendo. We know some games are slated for 2020. We just don't really know when they're coming out. And we also don't really know what their big holiday title is. So yes, all this kind of comes together and says, okay, a Nintendo Direct is taking place at some point. I just think right now, because it's been so long, every week it's like, it's got to be now, right? It's been so long. Not necessarily, but at this point, we now have retailers who are, I think, either jumping the gun or just have Nintendo Direct on the brain right now, to where it's finding its way into press releases and other things, promotional material, write-ups on their websites. And it's starting to have, again, an effect, because it's like, was there supposed to have been a Direct already? That's a theory going around right now. So let me show you what I'm talking about, because Game decided to put out information for, of course, the Lego Super Mario crossover that's happening. We talked about how there was a Levi's Mario crossover. Now there's a Lego Mario crossover. All of this, by the way, I think is building up towards when they're going to unveil their big theme park that's going to happen around the time of the Olympics, provided I assume the Olympics are still going to happen with the coronavirus and all that going on right now. But this is all pretty much leading up to that. A lot of promotional material and everything, all these crossovers to spread awareness of the big reveal of their theme park at Universal in Japan. So what is going on? Well, we did have Game come out and release a bit of a statement for it, and one part of it caught everyone off guard. I mean, everyone. It started to spread all over the place, and I have had, I want to say, just over 20 or so messages about this, telling me, hey, look, Nintendo Direct is coming. It's happening. Here it is. It might be this week, even though you were kind of joking around about it not being this week. Let's move over here. Commonwealth Realm managed to screenshot it, and they messaged me about it as well, just to see what was up. So I figure we'll take a quick look at this. But you can see it says, heard about the partnership between Lego and Nintendo. The latest Nintendo Direct announced their exciting collaboration. The first time that the two big brands have worked together. Details are limited at this stage, but we hope you are as excited as us. So rewind a little bit here, right? The second sentence says the latest Nintendo Direct announced their exciting collaboration. Now, they did change that. Somebody must have gotten in trouble. Somebody got yelled at, demoted. I don't know. But if we go to what it was changed to fairly quickly afterwards, it now says, heard about the partnership between Lego and Nintendo. They have announced their exciting collaboration, the first time that the two big brands have worked together. Details are limited at this stage, but the Super Mario has been featured on the social channels, etc. Yes, they did remove the reference to a Nintendo Direct announcing this partnership, which is leading people to believe that there was supposed to be a Direct and plans have changed, and now they're all over the place. They're scrambling in the background what's going on, because people are pointing to the idea of, again, the coronavirus possibly having an effect on their time and date for a Nintendo Direct presentation. So now, of course, this has led people to believe that we could have an announcement for a Direct tomorrow. Maybe this Lego collaboration was supposed to be announced. Maybe that Direct was supposed to have been today. No, so here's what I'll say with this, okay? I'll kind of go over this really quickly. The other day, the comment of the day was talking about changing the tune for Nintendo Direct, and I said I don't think there'll be a Direct this week. I still don't think there will be. I'm not sure if there will be one next week, but from what a lot of what I've been hearing, okay, sources and all of this, everything, all of this, okay, there wasn't a plan for a Direct in the first half of March. That's pretty much how it's been this whole time. People are now thinking that plans have changed. From what I've seen and heard, plans have been pretty straightforward. Things really haven't changed at all. I mean, little things could change, right? They could have taken a trailer out or put a trailer in the upcoming Direct, and yes, there is a Direct coming up. Shocker, I know, right? It's just, it's been this thought that every week, maybe it's finally the week. I think the Direct could end up being the week after Animal Crossing. That's my thought. I don't know when it's going to be exactly. But from what's been kind of talked about, the end of March, second half of March, somewhere in there, I thought it could even have been in early April. That'd be crazy, right? To go that long. I'm thinking it's going to be the back half of March. And again, I don't know exactly when, so Nintendo, don't come looking for me. But I would say if I had to take a guess, I'll look at the calendar. I'll give a guess on a date, okay? Again, don't know if it's 100%. I'm going to guess the 26th of March, all right? So we'll see how close that is. But no, from what I've been told, there's no plans being changed due to the coronavirus. Keep in mind, this is a pre-recorded direct that's put together internally. They don't bring a bunch of people together. I think it's possible that something like a live PlayStation event where journalists and all these people would come together for the reveal of the PS5 or just being shown off, that could have been affected, right? They could have shifted plans to say, okay, we'll do something behind closed doors and then we'll just release a state of play at some point. Absolutely, I could see that being a thing. But because of the way the Nintendo Direct is put together as a live stream that is put out there after being recorded previously, no, it's pretty well controlled internally. And keep in mind, this is from Game. It's not from Nintendo. This is Game putting this information out there saying, hey, Nintendo Direct took place, and yeah, they announced the Lego and the Mario collaboration. Now, I do think it's possible that they talk more about it in the Nintendo Direct because it's a big deal for them. Of course, I think it's a bigger deal doing the Lego stuff than the Levi's stuff, although I'm sure that will sell pretty well. Also, I think the Lego stuff is a bigger deal. I think it's a better crossover for them just overall. Lego's a massive brand. Nintendo's a big brand, obviously, so you put them together, and I think a pretty good crossover for audiences. I'm sure there's a lot of people who play video games that also put together Legos. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Also, collectors will be all over that. So I wouldn't be shocked if that was a segment or a quick thing that they go over. Hey, here's when some of the Lego stuff will be available. Also, don't forget about our theme park launching over the summer, all this stuff, right? So I could see that kind of coming together. So my advice is the rest of this week, just kind of hang out. Like I said, I'm not expecting a direct this week. Next week, maybe a bit more likely next week, although I am currently setting my sights on the week after Animal Crossing myself personally, and I've now taken a guess at the 26th, which means it'll probably be any other day but that one. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. Do you think that Game really leaked a Nintendo Direct and it was supposed to have happened already and they had to move it? I'm telling you, I don't believe so, because partners outside of Nintendo don't believe that either, we'll say. So keep that in mind going forward. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. Make sure you like the video on the way out if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. I'll see you guys next time.